Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry for the long delay between videos. The whole current global climate of COVID and shutdown and quarantine kind of put a spell on some projects I had in the works. However, I'm back. I'm glad I can make these videos again. Today, the welcome back party is a bit of a battle royale against these three top of the line Godin acoustics. The Norman ST68 with Spruce and Rosewood, the Godin Fairmount with Spruce and Rosewood, and the Seagull Artist Studio with Spruce and Rosewood. And just a disclaimer before I get into the playing of these guitars, my goal today isn't to tell you which one's better and which one you should buy. My goal is to educate you on the differences between these three very similar guitars, what makes each one special, and a little bit into Godin's methods of this is why this is a Norman, that's a Godin, that's a Seagull. So without further ado, let's get into the playing. I'm going to play a few songs, some strumming with my thumbnail because I love that sound, strumming with a pick, maybe some fingerstyle, maybe some lead riffs. This thing is beautiful. The mini jumbo is a great compromise between a big old dreadnought and a concert hall. You still get your big booming lower bout, but also you got the narrow hips, which make having the guitar in your lap and reaching your arm around much easier than it would be on a dreadnought. And the neck is what we've become familiar with Norman. Amazing feel, 1.72 inch nut, Graphtec tusk with Graphtec tusk saddles, as well as bridge pins, which do make a huge difference with the resonance of your top. The Richlight fingerboard with custom Norman inlays on each marked fret, as well as the new Norman Rosette, which is this beautiful mix of diagonal stripes, maroon, white, and black. A beautiful, beautiful instrument. And next up is the Godin Fairmount Rosewood. As I mentioned in the quick licks video of this guitar, the newer models that are being made have this custom Godin inlay on each marked fret. However, this was one of the first 6 made. So we actually have a cool one that only has the 1 marked fret on the 12th, which I think adds a bit of a simplistic beauty to it. So the reason this guy is so different yet so similar to the ST68 is now we have that full-fledged concert hall shape. So it's not as deep, the lower bout's not as wide. It's a lot more comfortable to, you know, lean back, lounge out, play your guitar, as well as if you're up on stage holding it on with a strap. It's not going to dig into your arm like a dreadnought would. To talk about the specs to this guitar, we have that 1.72 inch nut made of Graphtec tusk like the Norman has, as well as a Richlight fingerboard, 25.5 inch scale, tusk, saddle, and bridge pins. So very similar construction methods and parts put in. This is perfect for somebody who doesn't want something as big as a mini jumbo but loves the feel of the Norman neck. Like I said, the nut's the same, the string spacing is the same, scale length is the same, and it's perfect for people who find the mini jumbo still a little too large but want that beautiful spruce rosewood and that really wonderful feeling 1.72 inch nut string spacing. And here we have the Seagull Artist Studio in concert hall and high gloss. This one is probably the most different in the sense of specifications. Parts are very, very similar. You have your Graphtec tusk, bridge pins, and saddle. The nut, which is now 1.8 inches, so wider string spacing, as well as a bit of a beefier profile. People like it for fingerstyle because of the string spacing. You also have the trademark Seagull headstock, where the machines go in to keep your strings as straight as possible coming from the nut, which I find really helps with tuning stability when I go into drop tunings, as well as when I'm just restringing my guitar. This one is a little bit different also stylistically. You see we have herringbone purfling, rosette, and backstrip. You also have custom inlays that are different than the Godin or the Norman. You have them spaced out between the 5th and 6th strings, as well as this beautiful custom Seagull inlay on the 12th. It still has the LR Baggs Anthem, as do all 3 of these guitars. Very high-end EQ. This, I think, is good for people who like that mix of vintage and modern look. But when it comes down to the itty-gritty of it, the Seagull is more for people who prefer the larger neck, while the Fairmount is for those who like the concert hall but the smaller neck, and the ST68 is perfect for people who love that 1.72 inch nut, but wants a bit of a beefier bass response because of the lower bout on the mini jumbo. Oh, thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, throw a comment in there. Helps me know that you guys like these kind of videos and that you want to see more like this.